Austin Rivers. Oh, emphatic slam.
And cutting hard in transition is one of the most underrated things about this game. The harder you can cut is the more it opens up the floor to make plays just like that.
Russell Westbrook steps into it. Off the mark. Well contested. Hassan Whiteside swats it. That's his third block this evening. And throws it down. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ball game.
Stuffs it down with authority.
See, these are the type of opportunities the defense doesn't take advantage of. When that guy went up for that dunk, he cradled the ball to gain momentum. As soon as he brings that ball back to you in the cradle, you have to have active hands, get in there, strip that ball away.
Oh, bad pass there. Blazers have it. Lillard, and he buries it.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Russell Westbrook with the rock. Short jumper stays out. To McCollum. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Russell Westbrook sizing up the all-star Lillard. To Rivers. Rises for the slam.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
Westbrook, great pass to set it up. Layup goes down. Well done.
So much about passing is about the pace of the pass. Sometimes you need to dart the pass through the gap. Other times you need to have a feathery touch where you can loft the ball up for your player to dunk the ball. That pace is everything in this game.
He had all day and all night to knock that one down. Need to hear more chatter on the defensive end.
It seems like yesterday I was rapping with this kid during the NBA pre-draft workout. He looked scrawny. Nobody knew if he could really make it. But the arrow continues to point straight up for Dame Lillard. Another terrific season, a first-time All-NBA first-team player, tied for 4th in the league in scoring last year. This kid is no doubt about it. Dame time.
To Lillard.
That's short.
Shot by Lillard, no good. The follow won't go either. To Westbrook. For 3. Off the mark. No good. To McCollum. Here comes the screen. Lillard matched up with Rivers. Now a steal as the Rockets have it. Oh, the whistle. Jay, take your hands off of me.
Welcome to New Age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Knocked loose. And that'll be out of bounds. Last touch by a Blazer. Hassan Whiteside able to recover with the block. 4th this contest.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Ah, rocking the rim. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
To Westbrook. Stuffs it down with authority.
It's a new day in sports when you see little guards dunk the ball like they're big. That's called a 40-inch vertical.
To Whiteside.
Hey, big screen right there, big screen.
The rebound belongs to Houston. Houston with the basketball. Westbrook to Rivers. Off the mark. He's made those before, but that was well defended.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Off the iron. It came out. Collins, defended by Rivers. Beyond the arc for three.
That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. First one, count it. Second of three, no good. And that'll be out of bounds. Last touch by a Blazer. It stays with Houston. Time for some new personnel into the game. It's Westbrook. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
I think the defender had absolutely zero chance on that play.
Late heave to beat the buzzer. 3 quarters down. The fourth quarter coming up. It's been all Rockets. It's the Blazers with the basketball as we start the fourth quarter, and they've really had very little go right for them on either end of the floor.
Remember that old line, your attitude determines your altitude? Well, when you see dejected faces on the sideline, that poor body language gave you an impression that they had no chance to win this game.
To Lillard. Anthony. Cleans it up around the perimeter. Lillard. The Blazers with 4 in the shot clock. Drive on the baseline, but his shot stays out. Lillard on the drive, but he can't finish.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like his mere presence in the paint was enough to make the offensive player miss the shot before he even got off the ground.
Count it.
You know, it reminds me of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
And the finish, slam dunk.
The pass was really good, but what I love most about the play, Ed, was that every player that ran in transition had active hands, which means they were active targets. They provided a target for the player to deliver the pass. That's how you work together as teammates.
Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Rivers, defended by Zach Collins. Steps through and scores.
Oh, don't see the read, be the read.
Anthony. from long range. And the rebound taken in by Davis.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication, that kind of collective responsibility to one another, you feel that on the court. That's why this team is special.
Lillard matched up with Rivers. Nothing going here on that drive. Anthony. Down to 5 on the 24. Anthony. And they called the foul. Jay, he was there too late.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
Off the mark on the first free throw. Missed the middle one. One more coming. Missed the third one. 0 for 3 on this trip. Oh, emphatic slam.
And Melo will be the first one to tell you this. He's not ready to be a role player just yet. He can still put up points in bunches. Didn't shoot the ball that well last year. Averaged around 16 a game. The lowest total of his 15-year career. Wow.
And look out. Big finish at the rim.
I mean, defense, is it that easy? Can I see some reaction after somebody gets an easy dunk? Some yelling, some kind of emotion? I need you to get involved back in this ball game.
Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. Austin Rivers. Add 2 points to the board.
Eric Gordon finished second in the sixth-man of the year voting after winning the previous year. But what's even more astonishing is watching his development at his time in Houston. In New Orleans, often it looked like he was lost. But there's no doubt about it. In H-Town last year, he found a second life.
Lillard sizing up Eric Gordon. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Ooh, someone's been working on their game in the offseason. But let's not get carried away.
And now Houston has the basketball. They go down to Davis. Not done yet. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Rockets have it. Rivers to bring it into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. Lets it fly from long range. And the rebound comes down to Portland. To Lillard. Hazonia matched up with Rivers. Lillard buries it on the catch and shoot.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch, but great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
To Rivers. Great feed, sets it up. Trying to cash in. Wide open look, won't go. To Lillard. And buries it. Jay, they'll take that any day.
And a lot of folks last year, including myself, were surprised that Dame was named first-team All-NBA ahead of Russell Westbrook. Look, I love Dame's game, but come on, man. Russ averaged a triple-double for the second season in a row. Stop it.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. To Lillard. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. 4-3. Gary Trent Jr. is going to get a chance at 3 here, shooting 66% in this contest. First one goes down. And he hits the second. No good. And a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Knocked loose. Rivers with the basketball. His guys hold a commanding lead. Harden. To P.J. Tucker. Rockets have the ball. Deontay Davis picked up by Ariza. Whiteside knocked loose. Rockets have the steal. To Rivers. And counted at the rim.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Lillard to Anthony. Lillard, he's been dialed in from long distance. That's now 5 threes for the game.
Nothing more painful than the next day watching tape, seeing the fact that he got 15 points off 3-point shots.
Harden has it up the floor. To Rivers. Probing the defense. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Goes to the left side. Dame rises. It's good. If you don't stand in his way, he's going to make you pay.
There is no better feeling than after making that shot and trotting back on defense, seeing your opponent stare, point, or yell at each other for miscommunication.
Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
It just seems like one of 3 things happen every time James Harden has the ball. Either he scores, he gets fouled, or he kicks it out to someone for a 3. Pick your poison.
Harden into the front court. Looking to make something happen. To Capella. Gordon guarded by Ariza. To Harden. Fires the 3. That one off the mark. It's no good.
Give the defense some credit here. He killed them in the first half, driving and scoring at will. But now, it's lockdown time.
Defense, let's go.
Almost. Unlucky bounce. Great feed. Won't go down.
Seems like a lot of contact on that play. If I were that player, I would pull the ref over to the side, talk to him, express to him how much contact there was so he could look for that same foul call potentially the next time down the court.
Lillard. Capella's on him.
Big pick right there.
And a throwdown. He's been a one-man show, but Jay, they're still down in this one.
He's their lone bright star, their only star tonight. Some other of the supporting cast members really need to step up.
Harden in possession. He'll run the offense. To P.J. Tucker. Here comes the screen. Knocked loose. And that'll be out of bounds. Last touch by a Blazer. So the Rockets hold on to the basketball. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
James Harden at the line for a chance at a three-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Harden hits the free throw. It's a three-point play. The Rockets extend their lead. Portland's got it. Lillard picked up by Westbrook. Fights through traffic to slam it down.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Lillard goes to the right side. Lillard, he's had a good shooting performance, but it doesn't look like it's going to be enough.
Yeah, no one else pretty much helped out. As a coach, I would be irate that nobody helped pick up the slack. Look, one man can never beat five.
Hassan Whiteside rejects it. 8 now.
Just incredible timing on that.
Oh, ferocious slam inside.
And that transition offense was flawless. When guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
Houston takes over to Capella. Harden. Down low, it's Gordon. Oh, he had it. Hassan Whiteside sends it away. 9 blocks. Tough make through traffic.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
Driving is Lillard, but his shot won't fall.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short arm a shot.
Harden matched up with Trevor Ariza. Hassan Whiteside pins it. It's been a brick wall. 10 blocks on the night.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
A tough make there for C.J. McCollum. Can't fault the defender on that one.
Just let me break down to all the young players at home how special of a pass this was. That was a perfect delivery, and it hit the player right in the chest.
Shot for James Harden. Jumper's good.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
To Anthony. Knocked loose. Rockets come up with it.
You better get back on D. This thing is not over.
Now it's Harden at the controls. Going to launch beyond the arc. Oh, he couldn't get it to go. Lillard. That right there, Jay, his 8th 3 of the game. He is putting on a show.
He's defying physics with that jumper. He's not even holding his foul through.
Knocked loose. Russell Westbrook up against the Weber State product. Slams it down. It's the Rockets who are victorious as they win this one handily. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Jalen Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Rockets edged out a close victory in today's game. I could get into detail about their play calling and shot selection, but let's be honest. We all know that the dunks were the most exciting. I'd be surprised if the rim isn't a little bit bent at this point. Check out the leading scores for the Houston Rockets. The Trailblazers are probably frustrated with themselves after such a narrow loss. And while they didn't win the game, they could have won a dunk contest. They put down plenty of slams in this matchup. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Portland Trailblazers.
Game track. Field goals.
Neither of these teams were able to make much of an impact on defense. As you can see here, they were each pretty successful with some efficient scoring.
Player of the game.
Russell Westbrook gets rewarded for the way he provided his teammates with plenty of easy baskets. His assist total is certainly indicative of his clever playmaking. Here are the top 3 plays from the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. We look forward to seeing you again next time.